Deuteronomy 6. Now these are the commandments, the statutes, and the judgments, which God is noun and verb, that which you take as a deity, commanding to teach you, that ye might do them in the land, whither ye go to possess it, that thou mightest fear God as noun and verb, that which you take as a deity, to keep all his statutes and his commandments, which I command thee, thou and thy son, and thy son's son, and all the days of thy life, and that thy days may be prolonged. Hear, therefore, O Israel, and observe to do it, that it may be well with thee, and that ye may increase mightily, as God has noun and verb. God of thy ancestors hath promised thee in the land that floweth with milk and honey. Hear, O Israel, God has noun and verb, our God. Is one increasing existence. Shema is report, fame, speech, tidings. Loud, Brit, hear, announcement, sound, rumor. Obey, obedient, perceive, listen, publish. Be content, consider, consent. So they're asking for the consent of the Israelites, that they accept God as noun and verb, as deity over their dwelling, establishing itself as one. And then we have the Ararita formula, but that's for another time. And thou shalt love God as noun and verb, thy God, with all thy heart, with all thy soul, with all thy might. And so this is like the second mention in tonic of love for God. And these words which I command thee this day shall be in thine heart, and thou shalt teach them diligently unto thy children, and shalt talk of them when thou sittest in thine house, and when thou walkest by the way, and when thou liest down, and when thou risest up, and thou shalt bind them for a sign upon thine hand, and they shall be as frontlets between thine eyes, and thou shalt write them upon the posts of thy house and on thy gates. And it shall be, when God is noun and verb, thy God shall have brought thee into the land which he swore unto thy fathers, to Abraham, to Isaac, to Jacob, and to give thee great and goodly cities which thou bindest not. Now thou takest them to be thy fathers in the Aramea earlier. So it's part of the spiritual lineage more than anything else. And houses full of all good things which thou filledst not, and wells digged which thou diggedst not, vineyards and olive trees which thou plantest not. When thou shalt have eaten and be full, then beware lest thou forget God as noun and verb, which brought thee forth out of the land of Egypt from the house of bondage. Thou shalt fear God as noun and verb, thy God, and serve him, and shalt swear by his name. Ye shall not go after others taken as divinities, of those that the people take as divinities which are round about you. For God is noun and verb, thy God is a jealous God among you, lest the anger of God is noun and verb, that which you take to be a deity, be kindled against thee, and destroy thee from off the face of the earth. Ye shall not tempt God as noun and verb, that which ye take as a deity, as ye tempted him in Massa. Ye shall diligently keep the commandments of God as noun and verb, your God, and his testimonies, and his statutes, which he hath commanded thee. And that thou shalt do that which is right and good in the sight of God as noun and verb, that it may be well with thee, and that thou mayest go in and possess the good land which God as noun and verb sware unto thy fathers. And we have be thamim in verse 11. As the note for verse 11, and the note for verse 4, di vribti. To cast out all thine enemies from before thee, as God as noun and verb hath spoken. And when thy son asketh thee in time to come, saying, What mean the testimonies and the statutes, and the judgments which God as noun and verb, or God hath commanded you? Then thou shalt say unto thy son, We were Pharaoh's bondmen in Egypt, and God as noun and verb brought us out of Egypt with a mighty hand, and God as noun and verb showed signs and wonders great in store upon Egypt, upon Pharaoh, and upon all his household, before our eyes. And he brought us out from thence, that he might bring us in, to give us the land which he sware unto our fathers. And God as noun and verb commanded us to do all these statutes, to fear God as noun and verb, our deity, for our good always, that he might preserve us alive at this day. And it shall be our righteousness if we observe to do all these commandments for God as noun and verb, our deity, as he hath commanded us. And dip means to push over, to speak ill of. Was that Hamtswa Hatchkim Wah Machpatim Asher Twa Yahweh Al Hikam Lalmud Atkum Lashut Barts Asher Atum Aparyum Shemah Lur Shatah Laman Tira at Yahweh Al-Hik Lashmer at Kul Chuktu Wumts Wutyu Asher Anki Wutsuk Ta Wubnuk Wubin Banuk Kul Yami Chiyuk Wulman Yarkan Yamyuk Wushmat Yishral Wushmert Lashut Asher Yithim Luk Washer Turbun Mar Kasher Dipper Yahweh Alhi Abtik Luk Ertz Zippet Chilb Woodbush Shema Yisrael Yahweh Alhinu Yahweh Atchid Watchbet at Yahweh Alhik Bakal Labuk Wabkul Nipshuk Wabkul Maduk Wahyu Hatbrim Hala Asher Anki Matsuk Hiyum Al Labuk Wishnatum Labnik Woodbert Bum Butchbatuk Bituk Wub Luktuk Baduruk Wub shukbuk, wub kumbuk, wuk shirtum, laut al yituk, yahyu, leththiput, bin einik, wuk tibtum, al mazut, bituk, wub sharik, wahya ki yibyak, yahwa al hik, al hartz, asher, nishba, lebtik, lebraham, litzchuk, wul yaqam, letet, lek aryam, qadlet, withbut, asher la benit, wabtim, malam, kulthub, asher la malat, wabrut, chitsubim, asher la chitsput, kermim, wazitim, asher la nathat, waklet, wishbat, heshmer, lakman, teshkich, at Yahweh, asher chutzyak, martz, matzrim, mabit, abdim, at Yahweh, al-hik, tira, watu, tabad, wabshmu, teshba la tulkun, achri, alhim, achrim, malchi, hamim, asher, sabi, butyakam, ki al-qana, Yahweh, al-hik, bakrabak, man, yitra, af, Yahweh, al-hik, bak, wa, shemidak, mal, pani, hatma, la, tensu, at Yahweh, al-hikam, kasher, nasitam, bamsa, shemur, teshmrun, at matsut, Yahweh, al-hikam, watu, which, Q, asher, tsuk, psuk, washit, hisher, wathub, bayani, Yahweh, laman, yithub, luk, wubat, wirshut, at hartz, hathba, asher, nashba, Yahweh, labtik, lahdak, atkul, ebik, mathnik, kasher, deber, Yahweh, ki, yishalk, bunk, mature, lemmer, mah, hadat, wa, chuktim, wa, mushpatim, asher, tzwa, Yahweh, alhinu, atkum, wamrut, lupnuk, abdim, chianu, larah, bamtsrim, witzyanu, Yahweh, mamtsrim, bid, chizka, wheaton, Yahweh, autat, wam, patim, qatlim, waraim, bamtsrim, vrah, wapkul, b2, la yanu, wautanu, chutzia, mushum, Laman, Hapia, Atnu, Latet, Lanu, At Hartz, Asher, Nashba, Labtinu, Witsunu, Yahweh, Lashut, Atkul, Hetkim, Hala, Lirah, At Yahweh, Alhinu, Lathub, Lanu, Kul, Himim, Rachitnu, Kahyun, Hasa, Watstaka, Tahya, Lanu, Ki, Nashmer, Lashit, Atkul, Hamtwa, Hasat, Rabni, Yahweh, Alhinu, Kasher, Tsonu,